Mission Monday update. My name is Sue Roskoff, and I am honored to be an ambassador here with Project Die Hard. We have an amazing event for you tonight. This is not the usual Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. This is an extra special episode that you're going to want to stick around and see what's all happening. As always, though, I am going to go ahead and start out by bringing in our president and founder of Project Die Hard, Brian Gibson. Brian, welcome. How are you tonight?
Hanging in there and blessed. I mean, all your guys' hard work that you're doing is just blessing this mission. We need more people like you. I'm not going to lie. Check this out, boys and girls. I haven't had time today to get that PowerPoint together. Everybody applaud now because it's PowerPoint. But in a good way, that's going to facilitate more time for what we're doing tonight. If you watch our socials, you'll see that Friday night I was on a podcast because remember, I'll go anywhere and talk about Project Die Hard, about how God saved my life. And we had a technical difficulty, as I call it. Satan attacked. But now we're going to finish that conversation because it was getting deep and really good. So without further ado, and I'm going to let Susan push the buttons because I'll screw it up. I know this. I would like to welcome to the Project Die Hard family, Big Grizz.
Excellent. Welcome.
How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Well, dude, take 3 minutes. Introduce yourself.
So my name's Jordan. I'm part of Voice of the People USA Radio. I had Brian on, like Susan had said earlier, I had Brian on my show on Friday, and we were interviewing him about Project Die Hard. And I completely lost internet, so it all got shut down, and I couldn't control it. So I'm gonna finish the interview I had with him on Friday. So it's just like a second episode of what we did. But what I do in 2021, let's start over. I was in the military. I'm retired Army. I was in for 12 years. I got evac'd out of Iraq due to an IED and had all my re-enlistments denied because of weight bearing. They said I couldn't carry the weight. So I went back into construction. The jump ahead 15 years or whatever it was, 2021, I had 2 major strokes, and I was completely blind for about a week, and then I started getting shadows and stuff back, and now I got vision. It's almost like looking through a sight. I don't have no peripheral vision, but I can see. During that time that I was at the hospital, my dad, he's passed now. He had passed in February, but he had told me at the hospital that because I knew I wasn't going to be able to work again because of my vision, especially in construction, I was not going to use power tools. I want to keep my fingers, it's one of those, they're useful. So he had told me at the hospital that not to get depressed, that I would do something with my voice. So, after about the 6 months of being pissed off at the world that this had happened to me, I started doing a podcast. I just started talking to my military friends and recording the conversation and posting it on Spotify and Apple. And then it turned into, I got approached from MBR, which is Military Broadcast Radio, and they're a great entity. They're amazing. They take vets that want to try to further themselves into something else, and they teach you how to do a podcast, and they teach you how to do a live podcast and how to work certain programs. And I had learned that, and I was a part of MBR for a little over a year, and then I got approached by Voice of the People, and they wanted me to come over. Well, I mean, going from MBR to them, my audience jumped a lot. I mean, it rose like 100 times. I mean, easy. I went from 1-2 people watching me live to 15 to 20,000 on a show. I mean, it skyrocketed. And Voice of the People, there's, I believe, 5 main podcasts right now. And there's Politishock. Brian knows about them. There's Battle Rhythm. There's Criminal something. I don't know what her show is. And there's another one, and I don't pay attention to the names. But I think there's 5 shows right now. But we're growing at a very fast rate. And we're coming to, there's a big something's coming this year. I'm not 100% sure when it's coming, but it's for the most part going to be like Netflix or Max. We're gonna have multiple shows, multiple sub channels, multiple sub shows, ranging from any.
Brother, we'll talk, but I got other people.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So let's dive back into project. I was just trying to give you a quick rundown.
Yeah, I got you. Let's get our other guest in. Sue, go to town.
Oh, good. I'm glued in here because I'm excited to hear more what's going on here. So yes, we do have some more friends in the wings that want to be part of this conversation as well, because we're all I'm turning into groupies, I think, over here. But with that, Debbie Hayes, you all know the one, the only Debbie Hayes. She is joining us, and Debbie, go ahead and take a moment, remind everybody who you are and I'm just going to tell everybody how wonderful she is. I absolutely love Debbie.
Oh, thank you, Sue. All right. Yes, my name is Debbie Hayes. I have At World of Pets podcast. So I would love for you to look that up and give us a shout out, a like, share, and subscribe, and take a listen to some of our podcasts as far as what's good for your pets. And I also have debspets.com, which is products that are good for immune support for both pets and for humans. And Big Grizz, I'm so happy that you decided not to use power tools. I think that was a very mature decision.
Thank you.
Well, and I'm going to keep bringing everybody on in here. We've got Mark Balin from On the Mark TV joining us as well. Come on in. How you doing, Mark?
Hi, everybody. I'm from out here in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's up warm and cool, 105 degrees. So thank you for inviting me.
Excellent. So glad to have you here. And I know we do have one more friend in the wings. When he's got his camera up, I will go ahead and bring him in as, oh my gosh, just speak of that right there. Maury Zelkovich is another wonderful friend joining the crew here today. How you doing, Maury?
I'm amazing. Thanks for asking. Want to just share a little news. I've got a contact who has a contact at the VA, and it looks like I'm putting together a proposal for a clinical trial on some of my technology to help veterans with PTS.
Yes.
Awesome. I am so excited to hear that. That is going places. So we'll definitely be staying tuned and see what's next with that. Thank you so much for being here, Maury. So, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring this back on over to Brian.
All right, guys. Then I'm going to turn it back over to Big Grizz because we have a conversation to finish. Brother, you are the host of the most right now. Go ahead. Finish that conversation.
I believe when we lost internet, we were diving into the goals and the where you want Project Die Hard to go. Was from your goal to your 5-year goal to your end goal, what you'd want to see. I'm pretty sure that's where we had left off.
Yep, that was. And again, folks, if you're on our network, then you know what's going on, because I don't gotta rehash my story here. But yeah, short-term goal: forward operating base Rush, 20 acres and a 10,000 square foot building that was donated to our mission back in 2020. When that facility is complete, it will provide skill training, counseling, therapies, transitional housing for 12 single veterans and 2 veterans with their families.
Okay.
That is the first facility.
Okay.
I have been offered to go build other places, and I want to, but I have to get this first one done first.
Yeah, yeah, you were saying that. On that, when you say that you want to get it for single vets and then 2 for a family unit, do you see progress in maybe opening that up to more families that need the help with a veteran instead of just like 2 families?
Well, that's in that facility.
Okay.
Okay. On every facility we're build, we're going to be welcoming in veterans with families
Okay.
because the family unit is so important.
It is.
Okay. When I go out and I speak, you know, and even my wife can attest, okay, every time I deployed, when I came home, I was a new husband. every tour.
Yeah, we always came back different. It didn't matter what deployment, you came back different than you were before.
Yeah.
And I think any vet that's listening, even on my socials right now, they know that. I mean, we all know that no matter what, you go to another country, you come back, you're a different person, no matter how many times you go.
Yeah. It's just that simple. Well, and families, that's the core of us.
Yeah.
My wife, I spent all day finished painting the thing she wanted painted. I hate painting, but the point being is she asked, I made the time because she raised my kids, ran my home. It's a respect thing. Hey, it's a respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
It very much so is.
Yeah. But then when it comes to the younger veterans and their, I would say, younger children, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And when mom or dad come home and they're different, that can scare them.
Yes. Definitely went through that with my 2 oldest.
So that's why we're bringing in families. We will have counseling for families, counseling for
Okay.
children.
That's questions coming up. Because I want to dive into the whole skill base and everything we had talked about. So you started this, and now you're at what, 5 years?
Going on 6. Yep.
Going on 6. So did you have a 5-year goal that you guys met?
Nope.
Okay,
we had the goal, but things got shifted.
okay.
Okay.
So to say, what would be your 10-year goal with Project Die Hard? Where would you like to see Project Die Hard in 10 years?
In 10 years, I would like to see 5 forward operating bases completed and our national headquarters completed.
That's awesome. Do you guys, you got the first one, you got the first building going, which we know.
Yeah.
Do you got anything other than that progression towards wanting to have those 5 fobs put up and stuff like that? Are you talking to other states? Are you trying to get that figured out as we speak?
Brother, as we speak, we talk to people week in and week out. Okay. I can tell you the names of Pennsylvania. That's Fob Quinn. Down in Virginia, that's Fob Rusk. And we got Fob Rush. That's what we got right now.
So you're halfway to your goal, a little more than halfway.
Well, I got the names because how we name our facilities is after veterans that have lost their fight to the demon. Okay. I'm not going to let people forget that the war goes on here at home.
I love that. I really, that's amazing. And it truly is. And I said this on Friday. It's amazing to see an actual veteran nonprofit that is for vets and is a true nonprofit, not trying to work on people's heartstrings and take stuff for themselves. It's really it's a breath of fresh air to see that.
Brother, I've been preaching it for years that if we all work together, imagine what we could do.
Oh, exactly. And so now I know you're extremely faith-based, and I know you have 3 rules to what you want Project Die Hard. And so for those people listening, can you tell us those 3 rules? And then I got some questions going with them.
Okay. Rule number 1, God will never leave the mission. He saved my life. Why would I say, oh, thanks? And no. Rule number 2, we will never use the suffering of veterans for profit. And rule number 3, no drugs or alcohol allowed within the mission.
I love that. And I'm pretty sure you might be able to figure out what my next question is. I'm not saying names, I'm not going to say amounts, but you were offered a certain donation and you turned it down because of why?
Oh, brother, I'm not going to hide. I won't give out the name because it's a fellow veteran.
That's why I said I'm not. We had talked.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to drop the name, but we got the land in 2020. In 2021, we were approached. I will give you $2 million. Praise be to God. Great. But, okay, here comes the but. You cannot hand out a Bible. You cannot talk about God. I was like, thanks, but no thanks. Don't need it.
So I love that. And for those listening, that is a truly that is something special to get to turn down that amount of money because your faith is where your faith is at. That is amazing that you were able to take that dangling over your head and tell them no. That truly is amazing to me.
Well, brother,
I don't know how strong-willed people are. When you drink that amount of money in front of somebody, that's one of those. You got to be strong in your beliefs and your backbone to say no to that.
It's called integrity.
It very much is. And I hope there's people listening that can see that this is a real thing when it comes to military, that people's word and their integrity is a big thing. And a lot of people need to understand that. Like, I'll never go back on my word. I could have easily called you and said, hey, I can't do it this Monday because I'm going to go look at a boat. Yeah. But I told you I'd be here. So I'm going to be here.
Got it,
it's brother. Not, that will never change. And for you to stick with your core values and tell somebody no like that, it is truly amazing. And I really think people need to understand that, and they need to hear that that's a real thing. It's not somebody making something up or, oh, I heard this through the grapevine. No, it's real. And
look, anybody at any time can request our financial records. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay. I love the fact that your core values are so strong.
Well,
it's amazing.
Rule number 2, I'm going to ask you about. Why do you think I'm so steadfast on we will never use the suffering of veterans for profit?
Why do I think that?
Yeah.
Because I think that people use veterans suffering to pull on people's heartstrings to get stuff from other people saying they're trying to help. I don't ever think that should be a headliner to anything.
No, you're right. It shouldn't be. The veterans we help, right? And we help right now with what the resources we have. When they're ready to tell their story, they will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can't wait for the first one to come back and say, hey, man, I'm ready to tell the world. Then I'm going to call Mark and say, how do we make this happen? Okay. That is, when they're ready to tell the story, they'll tell it.
Okay. No, I love that. So I'm only going to take about 10 more minutes because I
Okay.
can see the timer. I know you guys got other stuff, but these people around you right now, how did you come to find them and how did you bring them in to being a part of you? And then vice versa on that, each one of you guys, what brought you to want to do this with Brian?
Okay. Well, then I'll start with Susan, and then Susan, you can go somewhere else. Susan came to me through God's grace and blessings. Now, how did that make that happen? I forget where we were at, but we had like 80 people in this room, and they were doing breakout rooms and all this. And then Sue and Kurt got thrown into a room, and we were talking real quick of the 1 minute rooms, the pitches.
Yep.
And then we had a few more meetings, and they joined the team. They made it to the ambassadorship. Actually, a little bit more than an ambassador, but that's the title they want to keep. And Sue, I will let you answer his question, and then you get to bring in Debbie.
Excellent. Because actually, to be honest, Kurt was the one that really hopped on board before I did. He got very involved very quickly, and I was kind of in the background. I'm always, the supporting background role around here and trying to help make things keep moving forward. And then as this podcast developed and was moving forward, it fell into place. It was one of these pieces where this is where I need to be. This is my spot. I know I need to be here and do what I can to help spread the word, because I still, whenever the whole concept of veteran suicide comes up and we start talking numbers, it just stops me in my tracks, because I just cannot believe, I cannot accept. It's not okay by any stretch of the imagination. Got to do something, right?
Yeah.
For real. We need more people to step up and say, this is not okay. We need to do something. And what if we all do just a little, we will make a massive difference. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to do my piece. I'm trying to do something to make a difference. So, and I'm going to pass the baton over to Debbie if you want to go ahead and share too.
Thank you. Yes. They invited me on the podcast so that I could talk about pets a little bit, but I've always been a big one for supporting the troops. And so I've just come back so I could share more. And then Brian has been remiss because he didn't talk about the other project, the Project Die Hard does, which is a monthly breakfast for veterans.
I'm not remiss.
Free. What?
I'm not remiss. It's just, in my eyes, that's our monthly thing.
Right.
Okay. But yes, folks, Debbie is coming from Tucson, Arizona with a couple friends to attend our breakfast in September.
Oh, that's awesome.
Praise be to God.
We are. And the reason we're doing that is because we want to start a breakfast out here in Tucson.
Yep.
I thought, Big Griff, I figured the massive task of looking for land, housing, whatever was above my pay grade, but I figured I could do a breakfast. So I got a couple people to support me.
That's amazing.
And she's coming out to see how we do it and learn about, meet some veterans that we're helping. And again, this is teamwork. Yeah, the end goal for that fellowship breakfast is nationwide.
That's amazing. That's amazing, because I would love to. I can't wait to see it grow and grow and grow. That's going to be something else. Mark, same question to you now. What brought you to Project Die Hard?
brings everybody together. Kurt brings everybody together. He's like the little savior. He just goes out and he's like a little elf. He just runs around and meets veterans and meets people with disabilities. And he wasn't ever a veteran and he doesn't have any disabilities that we talk about and then things like that. But he's a really good dude and he just likes people and he just keeps connecting all these people. And that's what happens. Kurt Roscoe's like the little, I don't know, the little magic person that sits in the middle and connects everybody. So he's like a beacon of light. And then you can see that's why they've been married 30 years, because they have their two beacons of light and you just attract to that beacon of light. That's it. It's that simple.
That's awesome, Maury.
So I'm here to learn how to unmute myself. That's all the reason why I'm here. Yeah. So actually, I'm a neuroscientist, and I'm not a veteran, but I know there's a lot of people who protected me and they don't know me. And they never will know me. And they'll never see the faces of the people who live a relatively, benign life because of them sacrificing their brains, their minds, their bodies, their souls for us. So like I said, I'm a neuroscientist, and I've created these things, these systems, these recordings that are very easy to use, very inexpensive. And actually, I've partnered with Jason McNamara from the No More 9 to 5 Club. He is a veteran. And we've decided to give away the product that we're going to be doing the study on. This is something we want to give to veterans. We don't want to charge them.
Oh, that's amazing. I honestly, I heard you talking about that earlier. I would love to get put in touch with you and get you on my show to talk about this, because I do have a lot of vets that are in issues like this, especially with PTSD. I mean, I know I'm 100% on PTSD. So I would love
a lot of people, sorry to interrupt, but a lot of people just call it PTS now.
Yeah.
They don't call it a disorder. It's a disease more than it's a disorder. So
okay.
Post-traumatic stress.
Okay. I would love to get in contact with you.
It would be my absolute pleasure. Susan, you're welcome to give my contact info.
That's awesome, because I definitely would love to have you on my show to talk about what you're doing in the neuroscience field, because it kind of sounds like it's truly amazing. And I watch a lot of Big Bang Theory. So I'm not a scientist, but I watch Big Bang Theory. Okay. So,
and you got your degree through Big Bang Theory.
Exactly.
Good job.
Exactly. So I got one last question, and this is for honestly any of you. If you guys can explain what Club 22 is and how it's coming back.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, from what I've learned from Brian and another gentleman named Eric Ranks, I've been involved in quite a few nonprofits with suicide prevention and mental awareness here in Arizona. So, the truth is that what Brian confirms is that the number that they want the world to know is there's 22 suicides per veterans per day, but the true number is 46. And just the other day,
I thought it was 49.
Well, Brian says 46. So,
well, that was last week.
Okay, and then unfortunately, Brian just a couple of days ago knew about 3 suicides as people he knows. So it's not good. And my wife's a nurse at multiple hospitals and children's hospitals, adult hospitals, strokes, and she deals with a lot of the situations like that. And a lot of veterans come in and that are homeless and different things. And she sees it personally, and it really bothers her too. And she knows I was a veteran. My father was a veteran. So she does everything she can for veterans, like extra. And most of the times, unfortunately, they don't accept it. That's the worst part. She tries to give them free this, free that, take showers, and some of them just want to run away again. So it's like, we try to help as much as possible, the ones that want help, and then we try to get the ones that don't want help to want help. So it's a real uphill battle, to say the least.
Okay. Yes, it is, brother. But now let's roll back to that beautiful bean footage of Club 22. Sue, you want to bring up the graphic? There you go. Club 22, when we first started, was our best and biggest fundraising resource. Okay. Restaurants on the 22nd of the month, when our people went in and said, hey, Project Die Hard sent me, a portion of their order would come back to the mission. Outstanding. Then COVID hit, right? And then everything went jumbo, and I concentrated on bringing back the fellowship breakfast after COVID. And this program kind of like weighed off to the side. Well, Loopy Larry's here in Paducah, Kentucky, heard about Prod 22. And he bugged and pushed and pushed and pushed. And finally, I gave in. So, Club 22 is back. If you're in Blownote, Kentucky, Paducah, Kentucky on the 22nd of the month, eat at Loopy Larry's. Now, this is open to restaurants nationwide. If they want to help bring hope to veterans, we will do our part. We'll tell everybody to go eat there. They'll get listed on our website. And together we grow. That's Club 22.
That's awesome. You know, I
Hey,
want to
Sue.
thank you. Oh, go ahead, Sue, if you wanted to talk about Club 22, because I know we
No,
wanted
I
to bring
wanted
it up.
I wanted the graphic gone.
Oh. So I want to thank you guys for letting me come on here and finish the interview. I do have to do some other stuff, but I've got quite a few listening right now, so I wanted to get this information out more. Maury, I definitely want to get in touch with you and get you guys on my show, and anytime any of you guys would want to, Brian has my number, and I will put you guys on my show hands down to talk about whatever mission you guys got going on. If you're trying to pull something out, do something new, or if you're trying to, when you want to branch out to other states, I have no problem. I will put you guys on my show anytime to get that information out more. I really thank you guys for letting me come on and finish what me and Brian had started, and I'm thoroughly impressed with what you guys are doing. It's really hard to find in a true group that is trying to help veterans. I've only managed to find a few that are truly wanting to help, not wanting to benefit themselves. And that's a blessing in disguise. You don't see that ever.
Well, brother, the problem is there's a few that give us all a bad name.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And there's a few at the top of my head. I ain't gonna blast them on your guys' show, but there's a few that have I've called them out on my show many times.
You know, I don't think sometimes it's the veterans that do it. I think there's people exploiting them.
I can see that, but the ones I'm talking about are straight.
Well, I know you guys know firsthand. But I've known some people that are pretty nefarious that exploited veterans also, and it said they were going to do this, this, and this, and it just kept the money. So I've seen it a lot.
Oh yeah, trust me, brother.
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, we know a lot of them.
And I have a lot of people in Arizona that fake their military. They tell you there's special forces. They tell you, and then you ask them, "Can you do me a favor and show me a photo? Can you show me your boot camp photo? Any photo that shows you're in your uniform?" And they go, "Oh well, you know, da da da." And I go, "Why don't you just tell the truth? You're not military, you know." And it's a shame that I can't believe I've seen that where they fake it.
I see it all the time, and I mean, I have photos all around me. I got all my coins and stuff right in front of me, and I've seen that many times. And the bad thing is it really seemed like the stolen Fowler and people pretending to be vets to pull on heartstrings really started when TikTok started. Oh, and that is extremely sad. Just the toxicity on TikTok with vets is insane. To the point I'm not even a part of it anymore. I like, dude, this is dumb. I don't want to even talk to you guys. It's ridiculous. And
hence that's why Project Diehard never had and never will have a TikTok account.
yeah, I don't even get on I get on and watch the Bigfoot videos. That's about it, because I think they're funny.
Yeah.
But I don't interact with anybody anymore on TikTok. I got pulled into that, and I was like, this is just dumb. Me and my wife got screwed over a few times from people trying to pretend to be vets, and then us trying to help them. And it's sad that people go to that extreme now. When you go back to Vietnam, they hated the military. You come up to our time, they still hate the military, but they like the people in the military and they support veterans, but then they pull on all of that. And
well, again, brother,
this
is something I try to educate everybody all the time. Look into us. I want you to.
Oh yeah, I'm an open book.
If you are going to help a veteran, please make sure they're a veteran.
Oh yeah. Oh,
dig
big time.
in. If you're going to support an organization, dig into them. Dig into their books.
It's not hard to look up somebody's records. There's that whole Freedom of whatever act. You can see anybody. They might redact stuff. Like a lot of my stuff's redacted just because it can't be seen.
Well, again,
but it still has my 214 with my name, with my units,
Well, brother, I'm more like this. We are a nonprofit organization. By law, we do a 990 every year.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to because of the amount of money that we bring in. We can just do the postcard, but we do the full 990 because I'm that transparent. Okay, anybody at any time can go to the IRS website, look up Project Diehard, and you can pull up our 990s.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. I love it. Again, you guys, thank you so much. What you guys are doing is wonderful. Project Diehard, I've been looking into it. It is truly an amazing thing that you're trying to do. I do.
Go run and look at that boat you were looking at, brother.
Oh, no, I will. But what I was going to say is I do know other people and like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Mission Oak Tree or Mission Oak, I think.
Mission Oak's in California.
It is. And I had their CEO on my show. And what they do is, in essence, almost kind of what you do is they don't charge vets or nothing. They bring up to 5,000 vets a year they fly them to California. They spend a month with them, and it's a faith-based training on how to deal with life after the military.
Yeah.
And it's bringing God back into it. And they're truly amazing. I had his name's Jeremy Stallnecker on, and it was amazing listening to his story, for one. And then finding out what he does and where he's grown, it was amazing. So,
brother, again, I would love to talk to them because
I will see if I can get back in touch with him. It's been over a year since I've had him on my show. So I got to go through and see if I still have his email, but I know I should be able to get in touch with him
again. Brother, look, I invite anybody to come talk with us. Right.
Yeah, I would. If I can get a hold of him, I will look up his email and I'll send him an email. I would love to put you guys together and to talk, because it sounds like you're trying to do. Almost sounds like you're about 5 years behind what he's doing, because it sounds like it's the same thing, with the exception.
The only exception between them and us is the time frame. They do, and I love what they do, that 30-day in-depth thing, right? Mm-hmm. I love it. We're going to give the veteran a year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I gave you my word on this one. I'll get into it and see if I can get back in touch with him and put him in contact with you guys. But on that, you guys, thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll be talking soon.
Oh, always.
Hey, Chris, how old are you now?
Old?
Yeah. What's your age? How old are you now?
44.
44. Okay.
Not old.
I went to the Navy before he was born.
Oh, well, see, I enlisted in 99, so if that helps.
I enlisted in 1979.
Okay, well, yeah, there's a difference there. I was born in 81.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I was listening before you were born.
Okay.
All right. Hey, you guys have a wonderful night. Brian, I'm sure we'll be talking soon. Susan, I know I believe I had sent you a message about getting me in contact.
We'll be in touch. I'll help you connect. I love it. I really appreciate you.
Daisy, don't forget to call me about Inspired.world. It'll really benefit you.
I text the number that I thought was in that chat, and it went to somebody else. I think it was somebody in here, but I don't remember.
Sue will get you information.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sue's not my secretary, Sue is not my secretary, but she'll send you the information.
Awesome. You guys
Kurt's
have
my
a wonderful
secretary.
night.
Thank you
guys
so much
safe.
for joining us tonight. I really, really appreciate this, and I'm looking forward to what is yet to come.
Thank you for having me.
Yep.
All right, bye, guys.
Great addition. Great addition.
Awesome.
Great addition to Mondays.
So, well, I'm wondering if so Kurt's just joining us here. I know I'm not sure how much of this you caught. I want to give you a chance to say hello and hop on in here. So there's lots of pieces of lots of things going around on all of this. There's a chance, I'm hoping, to continue with what was all started here with Big Riz, that he sounds like he's going to be a great connecting point with a lot of this group. Actually, before we go to you, Kurt, Maury, I know we are looking forward to hearing more about what is going on with your program. Do you want to touch a little bit more about that? So those that are not familiar with what you do, can you just take a couple minutes to share a bit more?
Sure. So I'm a neuroscientist, and I kind of treat the brain like a muscle. The brain releases chemicals, and those chemicals are what it's kind of like a messenger program, coding. It tells you what to think, what to feel, how to act, how to behave. All these different things happen. One of the main ways that the brain produces these chemicals is by its neurons, the brain cells, pulsing so many times a second. It's kind of like turning a light switch on and off. And depending on how many times these nerves turn on and off in a second and their location in the brain, that dictates the kind of chemistry they produce. So we created a system called Common Clarity, which is specifically designed for people suffering from PTS or PTSD, because the idea is to reprogram the negative thought process and get the brain firing in the right way so that the chemistry that's produced isn't depressive. It's not anxious. It's happy. It's calm. It's healthy. The idea, look, I'm not a veteran. I don't know what it's like to see the kinds of things that they saw or see. I have no idea. I can't relate. I don't even think one veteran can relate to what another veteran feels or how they experienced it. I myself had my 40 years of hell, nothing like what veterans went through. But for me, I thought it was. And I tried to kill myself 6 times. But I realized that if I really wanted to die, once should have been enough. So when I realized I couldn't find a way to die, I had to find a way to live. And that's where the birth of this technology came from. I was poor, super poor, and I couldn't afford fancy equipment. And everybody out there with the cures for my feelings and the way I felt, sure, I can help you. $10,000. Sure, I can help you. $5,000. Sure, I can help you. Give me all your, sorry, I almost swore. Give me all your money. And, that's it, right? Well, because I had no money, I had to design something with technology built in as opposed to built out. So built out would be like a device. Problem with devices are you got to charge them. What if you forget them? What if you drop them and you break them? All this kind of stuff. So I actually designed technology that worked on a physiological and psychological level in the human brain, in the body. And that meant I could create systems using things like, well, at the time it was like cassette tapes, but now things like MP3s, MP4 files. So all my tech is there. All a person needs is something to play it on. And anyone who hears about my work has something to play it on, either a phone, a tablet, a computer, something, and a $10 pair of headphones. That's it. Nothing fancy. if you forget your stuff and you're away on holiday or you're away on a mission somewhere, you can literally, as long as you have internet access, pop in your headphones. Anywhere you are, you can experience this stuff. I made sure it was available, inexpensive, and works. And that's what I do. So I take advantage of natural processes in the brain. And before people say it's nice you talk this way, Maury, but it wouldn't work for me, if you've ever tapped your toe to music or bopped your head to music, it'll work for you because that's a form of entrainment as well. And thank you for the opportunity to.
Oh yeah, look, brother, Kurt, I know his name. How come I haven't seen an MOA with his name on it?
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Okay. I'm just saying, that would be great at our facilities, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a donation too. We would not be charging.
Strong.
Okay. But back onto us, people. If you're watching us and you have a question, type it into a comment. It will come up. We want to answer your questions. I don't know how many times we have to tell these people this, Sue.
And actually, it's been a very quiet chat tonight. I think people are just honed in because often we do have a few people that are typing in, but I've not seen anything. So
yeah,
I'm using my phone that don't have ability.
That's okay, brother. You're here. If you have a question, I'm sure you'll ask it.
So, well, and Kurt, I do want to give you a chance to say hello and give us any updates that you've got. So, Kurt, I'm going to pass it to you.
Yeah, well, I'm liking the conversation, the little sound bites that I'm catching here. You know, it gets me in the mindset of distribution. You know, Maury and I have talked before about with the technology that he has, and in this quest, we're combating veteran suicide, and looking at the trend, and the idea of conventional wisdom. And I've told many people, 175 billion people have ever been on the planet, not a one of us has ever had the solution to reduce the present day veteran suicide rates, or the numbers would be plummeting. So I really love when we're talking to folks like Maury to really create that mind shift to say we really do need to think about all the possibilities, because we got to create some sort of a nice mix here that's very favorable to our veterans. And I heard little sprinkles in there that got me thinking about the story that Sue and I have, and Maury here saying that he's not a veteran. There's like a lot of untapped potential here in turning a corner where we can have a healthy relationship, with our veterans. Mark pointing out about, people kind of, spoofing and, making up things about their military credentials and stuff like that, unfortunate. And, but on the other side, I look at being an ambassador here with Project Die Hard. I benefit from this whole realm of military and veterans because, quite frankly, when I introduce myself as being an ambassador here, I get a reaction of, it seems like the other person's impressed and thankful, that we're doing that. So then in lies the hazard of being a veteran service organization, because people out there feel like, oh, good, the Roscoffs are doing this. Good for them. But that becomes the art form here. How do we have people like what we're doing here and like it enough to do it with us and to play a role? Brian shared out a post where the Project Die Hard message was, when you shift from you guys should this, that, or the other thing to I will this, that, or the other thing, like what Maury is offering here to help us get his system out to veterans. That's when we're making progress. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent.
I want to comment on this. Yes, folks, saying you should to Project Die Hard does nothing. Shouting I will for Project Die Hard saves veterans' lives. Look, you can hate me all you want, but I'm in your face. I am.
It's that whole idea of it's easy to point the direction for somebody else to take care of it. It's like, you should do this. You do this. You go. I got all these big ideas and I'm going to tell you what to do. That's not how it works. It's like, yes, if you have ideas, that's why you had the event, was that a month ago, where people could come to the table and share ideas.
Mhm.
But it's, yeah, like Kurt said, if you're pointing a finger your way, how many are pointing back at yourself here of, you step up and join the efforts. Be part of this. And oh my gosh, speaking of being part of this, look who's joining us. We have our very own Santa Papa John joining. How are you doing tonight?
Greetings, everybody. How we doing?
Amazing. This has been quite a night. And for you to be joining us here is just icing on the cake. I love it.
Well, there you go. There you go. We got Mark and we got Maury. How's it going, guys?
Oh, you missed Big Grizz though.
I did.
Yeah.
Big Grizz is he's the real deal. So we will have to make some introductions.
A fellow veteran who actually, yeah. Yeah, if you're not sharing if you're not sharing this out tonight, I don't know what.
It's been a pretty crazy, productive day, and I got some good things done today. So it was a good day considering it was a crazy weekend and it was a fun weekend. So I hope everybody's had a great day today as I have.
Oh, brother, so do I. Every day, you just got to find it.
There you go. And a quick 30-second update of how's our building progress going.
Slow but sure.
Each nail is another positive hit forward.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we getting close to housing some people?
No, we're a long
Still
way
not?
away. We're a long way away from that.
All right. Well, each
Too
day is
far.
another step forward.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's it, brother. We just relaunched our Club 22. Restaurants can join our mission.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Club 22 in restaurants literally anywhere. So if you know of a restaurant that would like to support Project Die Hard on the 22nd of the month, a portion of proceeds can go back to Project Die Hard. So please feel free to talk to places around where you guys are, because it's super simple. Club 22, 22nd of the month. Let's make
sounds like a very positive, productive way of sharing some insight and sharing some dollars and cents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's benefits to joining. They get listed on our website. They get social media shout outs. Right?
Yeah.
We encourage all of our followers to go and eat there on the 22nd of the month.
Absolutely. What a great way. Sounds
simple.
like Santa needs to do a promotional video.
Ooh, that sounds like a great idea.
Good idea. Hey, that falls right into what we were talking about. Santa will create a video. Way to go, Santa.
Love it.
Not you guys should create a video. Santa will do it. See how he pledged that? That's
See, look at that. I join at the right time, and where I'm being talked about and where I'm told I need to volunteer some more, I can do that.
Oh, brother. No, this is something we've been pushing out the past couple weeks. I'm tired of you should do this. No. If you tell Project Die Hard you should, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
When you shout, I will do this for Project Die Hard, things will happen.
Right.
The
We'll blame
essence
it
of
on Maury.
teamwork.
He's the other Canadian in the room, so we'll blame him.
This has been an absolutely amazing evening. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And you know that as we wrap up our weekly get together here with Project Die Hard Mission Monday update, I want to make sure everybody has a chance to share their word of hope for our veterans. Any last words that you have that you want to share out there? And Brian, I'm going to go ahead and start with you tonight again.
Okay. Brothers and sisters, do not give up. If we haven't shown our heart for you, I don't know how else to do it. We're here in your corner. We're fighting for you. Do not give up. Right? If you're looking for a reason, volunteer with us, brothers, sisters. See, it's just that simple. But don't give up. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Brian. Maury, I'm going to pass the baton to you next.
Oh, wow. And I don't even have to unmute myself. That's so cool. What would have been funny is if I clicked it and I thought I had unmuted and I actually muted myself. So I just think what you guys are doing over at, PDH, I'll use it as an acronym because I think that sounds cool, is wonderful. And I'm sorry things are moving slow, but better slow and steady that builds something stable as opposed to starting up and, being a wicked success for like a month and then have everything collapse around you. So look at everything from the perspective of it is as it should be, and you're moving forward the way you should be moving forward. And I think with a positive attitude that you seem to have, and you certainly have faith, then just believe that everything's happening for the best and you'll see opportunity. I showed up here today. I wasn't supposed to, but I actually got finished a couple of deadlines early. So I got here early and I showed up and I met some great people, and despite the fact that Santa is here too, I mean, that's
Come on,
just
brother
like the
Canadian,
icing on the cake, right? So,
Always.
so there you go. So thank you for having me. Hopefully I'll make it. You guys do this every Monday?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do my best to keep that in mind for future reference and be here a lot more often.
Map to manhood. Pull that up.
Excellent. So, Mark, I'm going to pass it on over to you.
Okay. What am I supposed to be talking about? I'm so enthralled about what everybody's saying. I mean, I didn't even know. I've listened to Maury like 20 times, but I never even knew all this stuff about the neuroscience and stuff like that. Because every time I'm with him, he's always promoting Jason. So I didn't even know that much about the neurosciences as much as I did today. So that's pretty impressive, actually. And then I'm always disappointed when Santa doesn't bring pizza, but that's another thing. But other than that, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm a veteran. I can prove it. I was a squid. I served in 1979 through 83. I mean, anything you guys asked for. I mean, ever since I've been introduced to Kurt and then Sue and then Brian, it's been an honor. The only thing I can tell you is according to Inspired Out World, I'm supposed they're going to be asking for my bank information soon, which means they're going to be asking for everybody's bank information, and that means the money's going to start rolling in. I predict it trickling in by August. I see it rolling in by September, and by the end of the year, I can't see why everybody shouldn't have six figures in their proverbial accounts. You know what I mean? Because it's basically if you sell $200,000 worth stuff on your website, you got $100,000 in your till. So I can't see why you wouldn't have the incentive to just kill and do that all day long. You know what I mean? So the opportunity that Inspired Out World is going to give us is going to be insane. I mean, there's no more begathons, no more hustles, no more anything, because you got to be legit, you got to be real, you got to have an EIN, you got to be a legitimate person, and to get the money, and it's going to be great, and it's going to cut out the bad people. So it's going to not only bless veterans, but everybody across the world is going to just have more money in their pockets. So it's going to be a wonderful option, and I'm blessed to be part of it. And thank God for Kurt. And the only sad news is the guy Bob Holmes who instigated all this, is now in the hospital with sepsis and pneumonia and everything like that. So let us all give prayers to Mr. Bob Holmes, because I was supposed to do an event with him in Gray Lake, Illinois, and now they postponed it till the 14th. So I mean, I'm just saying, he's the guy that kind of like got me into the Inspired Out World. So I know my prayers are for him.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mark. And Santa Papa John, I'm going to pass it to you next, our message of hope for our veterans.
Well, of course. And, this is such a great organization, and it takes great people to promote a great organization. And for our veterans out there, like our fearless leader, Brian, said, never give up. We're always here. We're always supporting. And when we're not supporting, we're working hard to create a wonderful place that is going to offer so much hope and so much, what's the word I'm looking for? Not gratitude, but, a light at the end of the tunnel for some of these veterans that don't see or don't feel that they can see the end of the light of the tunnel. We're given hope. We're given, belief that there's going to be something there. And when you got great people involved in this organization that I'm so proud to be involved with, there's a lot of hope, and there's a lot of love, and a lot of hard feelings that are being pushed to the max to help our veterans. So never give up. We're here for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here tonight. You guys are amazing. What a crew we've had. This is truly, when we started out tonight, I said this one's going to be a little different, but it's going to be really one for the books. My own message is, as it always is, God's not done with you yet. You are here for a reason. And if you're looking for something to grab onto, look no further. Please join us here with what we're trying to do. We're doing the best we can, and the biggest thing we're missing right now is you. You need to join what we've got going on so that we can make even bigger difference. So again, we can't thank you all enough. This is Mission Monday Update. We will be back here next Monday, 6:30 p.m. Central, for our next Project Die Hard update. And until then, we thank you.